I am good. Ooh, that's really
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So good to go. I know what I'm doing. Done. Thank you. Thank you. This is Karen. I'm leaving back this Monday. Yeah. Morning, Dr. Shirley.
Morning. 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 Good morning, Jessica. Garcia, hola. Rosalie, almost ran me over.
Excuse me?
Almost ran me over. Right there. Jessica.
Can you tell Rosalie, the answer is I missed.
Hey, Jess.
I heard you like this, but sorry, I missed. Get on my way.
I was, it's the wrong, but that's a long way to drive. Is you behind the door?
I
got in the door.
Like the way I stay off. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Leslie Ann is not here, but Dr. Shields, thank you.
You go, Leslie.
I had nothing to do with this packet at all. That's okay, good. We appreciate you guys for that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm ready, special. Thank you.
Morning, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you all very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we didn't give a leave by now. They not over here, but.
Is it temporary?
I'm not even back to that, have my whole thing yet.
Are you done? Are you ready?
I mean, I think I'm there.
First of all, I would like to call this meeting to order. Determine the quorum. Roll call, Leslie Ann.
Madam Chair, Dr. Phyllis Martinez.
Here.
Madam Vice Chair, Luis Portillos.
Present.
Secretary, Mark Dominguez.
Present.
Trustee Kenneth Medina.
Present.
Trustee Dr. Gilbert Sena.
Here.
Trustee Rolando Medrano.
Here.
Trustee Rosalie Ortega.
Here. Next is going to be. Trustee Vice Chair Portillos, can you read the notice?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 19, 2025. This is the special Board of Trustees meeting of the Luna Community College Board of Trustees. Notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with the Luna Community College Open Meetings Act resolution. The agenda was posted at least 72 hours in advance of today's meeting at the office of the president and on the Luna Community College website at www.luna.edu. Any person who requires any special accommodations to attend or participate may contact the Luna Community College president at 505-454-2500 or 1-800-588-7232 extension 1000 for assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'm not sure who prepared this agenda.
I will take the, blame if it's incorrect.
There's a couple of things. First of
Yes.
all, Rolando Medrano, not Nedron.
Okay,
And second, the pledge of allegiance.
yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I'm sorry, there's an agenda.
okay,
That was the finance committee.
those are minutes. Sorry about that.
There's an agenda.
Okay, pledge of allegiance. Luis, can you lead us? You know, every new person that comes in needs to always have a turn.
Not you, sir.
Allegiance to the flag, United States of America. And to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry about that.
You stand tall and walk proud.
But anyway, your name is still misspelled there.
It's okay.
You've been called worse.
We will make sure we have that corrected.
Okay, thank you. The next item is approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Thank you. And roll call, Ms. Leslie Ann.
Madam Chair, Dr. Phyllis Martinez.
Yes.
Madam Vice Chair, Luis Portillo. Secretary Mark Dominguez.
Yes.
Trustee Kenneth Medina.
Yes, ma'am.
Trustee Dr. Gilbert Sena.
Yes.
Trustee Rolando Medrano.
Yes.
Trustee Rosalie Ortega.
Yes.
Thank you. Any public comment today?
No, Madam Chair.
All right. Then, Dr. Shields, would you, give us your presentation?
Yes,
Please.
ma'am. First of all, I would like to acknowledge, some of my illustrious staff that attended and contributed mightily to this report. I'd like them to introduce, themselves as well as our newest, accountant. So starting with, Ms. Sanchez.
Drew Sanchez, Comptroller Budget Director.
Luis Sirivaca, I started Monday, accountant.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm gonna stand up, Rosalie, who's the accountant.
Evening, Rosalie, right?
Jessica Garcia, oh, I'm sorry, really married, I'm Jessica Duran, I don't know.
Whoa.
Finance Administrative Coordinator.
Thank you. And we also have two people that aren't here that are also in the finance department. Wasn't there another one yesterday or two yesterday?
We got a new cashier,
Cashier,
attorney,
and that was it.
yeah.
So we still have one vacancy?
Yes.
Okay.
One vacancy and a first officer position, two actually.
All right, thank you.
Dr. Shields. Care for a snicker before we get started?
No, it might be too hyper, so.
Okay. Just check.
Well, you notice we're all snickering.
Snickers. All right, first of all, I would like to, thank, our president, President Linder for supporting me in this initiative. And I appreciate the board's willingness on very short notice to, support in addressing some of the finance division concerning planning, complete and fiscal year 24 audit and, some accounting support. Also, with your approval, I'm requesting to try to complete my presentation to hopefully address most of your questions. I'm sure something of this magnitude, you have, several questions. However, with the presentation, hopefully I can address most of them and at least give you some understanding of what, I'm trying to get, an action item on. If we can turn to the first page of the memorandum that was, presented to the finance committee additionally. The purpose of this discussion and recommendations is solving some immediate accounting and audits support. Following is a strategic recommendation for critical and successful and timely conclusion for our fiscal year 24 audit. To ensure completion with the crucial 90-day timeframe, we propose engaging Protiviti Global Business Consulting to provide essential supplemental accounting and audit support. Now, the background we want to share with you in this initiative is Luna Community College is pleased to formally submit a request for consideration to engage Protiviti Global Business Consulting for comprehensive accounting and audit support services. This engagement is critically important to strengthen our financial operation and ensure compliance with our regulatory and internal reporting requirements. Our primary objective for this partnership is to expedite the completion of our fiscal year 2024 audit. Beyond merely supporting the audit process, the scope and services we envision includes addressing immediate accounting needs, resolving any existing backlogs or discrepancies, and implementing vital process improvements within our finance division. Their expertise will be instrumental in enhancing our operational efficiency, bolstering internal controls, and ensuring the accuracy and timeliness of our financial statements. We propose a focused engagement designed to achieve audit completion within an ambitious 90-day time frame from the formal commencement of services. This aggressive timeline is predicated on the successful and seamless integration between our Genzabar and Workday software systems, which we anticipate will be fully operational and leveraged during this period. While we aim for a smooth process, we acknowledge that extraordinary issues may arise, and we would expect collaboration approach to their resolution to maintain momentum towards our completion goal. A significant benefit of engaging with Protiviti is the critical support it will provide to our internal finance division by leveraging the external expertise for the audit and operational improvements. And our accounting staff will be better positioned to focus on the fiscal year 25 audit, including collaborating with our human resources department to identify, recruit, and onboard essential permanent accounting staff, thereby addressing critical staffing shortages and building long-term internal capacity. For these comprehensive accounting and audit consulting services, Luna Community College is proposing an investment of $358,000. This figure is based on an estimated 2,040 hours of specialized support from Protiviti over the 90-day implementation period, reflecting the intensity and breadth of the required work. This investment is viewed by Luna Community College Senior Administration and Finance Division not merely as a transactional expenditure, but as a strategic commitment to our institutional financial health and stability. Our overarching goal is to bring our financial reporting cycles entirely up to date, with the aim of being in a position to commence a fiscal year 2025 audit by mid-spring of 2026. This partnership with Protiviti is a cornerstone of that vision, enabling us to achieve current compliance and establish a substantial path forward. We are confident that Protiviti Global Business Consulting possesses the requisite expertise and experience to help Luna Community College achieve these critical objectives. We are confident that this partnership and the company plan will guarantee the swift and high-quality completion of the fiscal year 24 audit, safeguarding our compliance and obligations and operational continuity. Any particular question?
I got some, Madam Chair,
Yeah.
Dr. Shields, we met yesterday and we had some reservations about the whole thing and things were discussed. As you stated in your report here, on the background, on line 2, it says Protiviti Global Business Consulting for comprehensive accounting and audit support services. Are we gonna be supporting people that are working here, or are they gonna be doing the actual audit? I guess I didn't ask that question yesterday, so I just wanna know if our people are gonna be giving them the beans and then those people are gonna count the beans. And that's it. All right.
Yes, that is the basic frame. However, as utilizing their expertise, I would expect them when they see we are say not in compliance or missing some links in completing what we needed, that they would step up to the plate and address those things to us so that we can continue our plan.
So they're not doing the actual audit, they're not fixing, they're not actually doing the legwork. They're just supporting.
That they are supporting and they are doing some legwork when it comes to the reconciliations to ensure that we meet the compliance deadlines that is so sorely needed. One of our major problems, which you've heard, I'm sure, several times, is reconciliations. And without reconciliations, we cannot account for exact balances. And so therefore, their job is very much predicated on that. However, I will be, as a leader with my team, be managing the operation of their services as well as the audit.
Thank you, Dr. Sealy. I think, there's a bigger picture to this than this being the issue. There's things leading up to this with class administrators. Not, they know the grace and not in the language, so we'll leave it at that, but.
Now, I would like to hear also, since this was brought up, that we may not need all of the amount of hours in the dollar amounts that is pointed out right here. We went on the high end because we don't know what to expect, since we have two different software systems that we're trying to merge and to transfer. And so in doing that, you just don't know what to expect. And I have learned through my years and in the respect for this board, that I do not want to come back and ask for any additional funding. Yes, ma'am.
Vice Chair Portillo. Okay, so Dr. Schill, how did you come about this business, or this consulting business? And with this figure, I guess my question is, did you look around and try to get something less than, 358,000? That's pretty steep.
Yes,
For the
ma'am.
amount of
It's-
work that they're gonna be doing and the amount of time. So I just wanna know how you came about this consulting business, and then if you looked or shopped around to see if you were able to get something less than this.
All right, first of all, I came about this company because I had worked in two other institutions where they supported those institutions and was able to get them successfully to meet their audit requirements as well as accounting support. So I looked upon, when I've seen that it was going to be difficult for us to try to get our audit done in a reasonable amount of time for some services that can immediately meet and resolve our issues. This company is a vetted company through the state of New Mexico, which I have in your packet, the supporting documentation from the state of New Mexico Procurement Department certifying them. And I did not shop this around because of the timeliness that I need to get this resolved. We have had several agencies from HLC, from the state of New Mexico saying we have to get this audit done. You hired me here to try to get this audit done. I have not been able to have the staffing that is needed to get this audit done. So once I found that they were vetted through the state of New Mexico, I immediately went to them. Now, they are a very result-oriented company. So what we're paying for is results. And that's what I'll be expecting. That's what I received from them from Kentucky State University and also Southeast Missouri State University. And I thought enough of Luna that they could benefit from also their services.
Madam Chair, I just don't think, I know we have the amount, I know we're running out of time. But I think it would have taken that long to get a couple of other folks. I'm sorry, Dr. Shill, that's all I do. I don't think it would have taken that long for you to get additional votes. I think that's quite a bit. Trustee Madam.
Two questions. I think you answered the first one.
Your mic.
You answered the first question that I have is, and this company or this agency is out of state. You mentioned Kentucky and Missouri.
No, that's where I've had experience with them.
Where are they located?
They're located, their headquarters is, I think it's in California. but they are vetted here in the state of, New Mexico.
My second,
So they have worked with other institutions in the state of New Mexico.
my second question is, will they, have hands-on, or will they be here physically, some of the employees or agents that represent?
They will be on hand as needed to try to keep the pricing down, as I indicated before, in the number of hours and the dollar amount that will be utilized is predicated, it is cheaper for them to work hybrid than have the expenses of them being, on location.
And a clarification, Luna would pay for them to be here, to fly here, be here.
Yeah.
Is that part of the, would that be part of the budget?
No. No,
No,
No.
no, we would have to pay for that.
This estimate is strictly for ability to work with us, work with Luna, of course, on online, so to speak, or to communication.
I hate to use the word work with us because I have the very high expectation of the results. They are to give us the support as well as certain legwork to be done within a specified period of time. And so that is the reason why the cost is what it is and what it's going to take for it to get it done. And I guess it would be just like almost any other company that you would have, that you would put a certain time frame of amount of time, and then you expect a certain amount of work to be done within that time frame, then you're gonna have a higher price.
trustee secretary Dominguez,
Madam Chair, and colleagues. Dr. Shields, I'm not gonna hammer you today, I think we did that enough yesterday, in finance subcommittee meeting. I think you were very thorough in your explanation. There was a discrepancy on whether you had worked with them before or not. I have to say that working with somebody is good and bad. You know the good of them and you know the bad of them. And we came to some conclusions yesterday with some reservations. These people, colleagues, are permitted to work in, I don't know how many states, Wyoming, Nevada, New Jersey, North Carolina, across the state nationwide. We could prolong this today and ask for,
before you make a motion,
I'm not gonna make a motion, I just wanna clarify a couple of things, I think we had some reservations yesterday and we had some requests. Dr. Shields from trustee Medina, that were highly voiced, and from Chair Martinez and myself. Were you able to come with up to the conclusion of what parameters were gonna be put forward for the board?
Yes, I would like to. Yes, ma'am. I would like to share with also, this company came on their own dime and did an analysis for us
I think,
to get us.
we understand all that, but I
Okay.
can't push her off, but I just want
I didn't know if the other trustee members were aware.
that they have been here before.
No, yes, that they have been here before, and they came on their own costs. They did not come where we had to pay 1 penny of their expenses.
But the question was, did you come up with what we asked of you and a plan where you would have a timeline and an expectation for that?
Yes, I have. If you look several pages, and that's why I wanted to try to go through all of it ahead of time. You'll see there is
Did we jump the gun? You guys?
page, unfortunate, it took a little bit of my rhythm, but, it says, page 2 on it because I had it inserted, but it says plan to kickstart for fiscal year 24 accounting audit readiness.
Oh, no, but this is what you gave us yesterday,
And now, this is a totally different one.
page 2, how many pages do you have?
That's what he's doing, slightly base. That was a story. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that was very. No.
It was the second page, it said the 2 pages with the cover page, so there's second page. It's the next, it's the page that says, right after estimated.
Big start.
Yeah,
But I don't know, if maybe you guys understood, but you had said that you were gonna request invoices from them on a weekly basis.
well, yes, but they haven't done any work
No,
yet, so I
asking
can't.
about today, I'm asking about the plan. So, what I had thought that we had understood that we requested was by the end of this month, what are they supposed to have done?
Okay, and that's what's here, up under the next steps, under next steps. If you read up on the next step, this is what is going to happen for the next 30 days. We will not be invoiced until after these next steps has been achieved. Also been added here is the team members that will be working on. As you remember, our current consultants that we have working has a total of only 39 hours. The other 3 people we have here, we have a list of 4 people. And it lists the challenges, of course, which again, I'm bringing up the complexities that comes with even with 2 different softwares that we're trying to transfer balances and reconciliations with. And it's not an even easy task. It really isn't. But here, under here, and if you like for me to go through and to give any greater explanation to these next steps, but these are,
So the
Very
next steps would be completed within 30 days, that whole section.
yes, providing the transfer from Genzibar that has been working with the current consulting staff is transferred successfully. They cannot start their work, which is technically January of 24, without the success of the July 1st of 2023 through December 31st of 2023.
Okay,
Your estimate is that they will be completed by March 10th or March, sometime in March.
Yes, they should be done, it's a 90-day, they should be done by the first week of March, providing they start December 1st.
I'm wanting to support you 100%, Dr. Shields. Unfortunately, I'm having a hard time swallowing 385,000. If you never made it,
358.
350, correct? If you've never made it, you don't understand. I say that wholeheartedly. People don't understand what I'm talking about, I do. And that's what matters. So, Madam Chair, I'd like to make a
no,
motion.
before you make the motion, let me discuss, let me just give the board some updates, because we spent how many hours yesterday discussing this thing, and the board has no, rest of the members have no way of knowing exactly what we discussed. The first concern that we had was procurement violation, but the fact that we would not be violating procurement is because they are part of the government New Mexico GSC program, okay?
Correct.
The second, problem we had was initially, Dr. Linder presented this with 600,000 that the state was gonna give us. But as of yet, and not until after the legislature, and question mark, maybe they'll give us some
She has
to
to
pay
apply.
for this.
She has to apply.
She has to apply for it, and it would be till after February before, maybe even later, since the legislature takes a long time to dole out the money. So for all intents and purposes, this money is going to come out of the general fund. I mean, there's no other way. We may be given money back, we may not. So that's good for the board to understand, because the original presentation was that they would give us the money. Okay. The third thing is, we had asked for the plan, which you have given us somewhat of a plan. It's pretty general. but it's okay for now. But maybe as you do the invoicing by the week, you can provide information as to what it is that they're doing, that they're invoicing for. Would that be possible?
We'll definitely have a weekly, report. Now, the invoicing, as I shared with you, is monthly.
Okay,
Okay, so that won't happen until then, but I'll definitely, as I had stated in the finance committee meeting, we'll give you a weekly report of the status of what they're able to, get accomplished and what challenges we still might have if we have any at that time.
and the other question we had is that these people who are doing 39 hours a week at an average of about $100 an hour, $3,900, that's Dr. Montoya, Wanda Helms, and Miss Martinez. And I thought there was 4, but you said it was only
there's
3. What's gonna happen to them? Are they gonna continue to keep working on the audit? Because will it be necessary considering you have this burn coming in?
Okay, if I can share and to, what their role will be. Their normal daily work that they will be working on will should end providing the transfer, everything goes smoothly by mid-January. However, we want to.
You told us January 1st was the target.
Well, January 1st is the target, the date from December 31st, January 1st was, the ending period, but what I want to share with you is that they will stay on as per their contract as a resource if as needed, if needed. So in other words, if there's something from the previous 6 months that needs to be clarified, that needs to be updated in that gender bar system, then that's when we would, ask them to put in whatever necessary hours to do that. Other than that, their job would be done.
Well, I have a problem with them being on contract.
Well, their contract is already established through the time period of, March.
For these ladies.
Yeah,
They only get paid for that.
I understand that. I'm asking what the contract is for.
Yeah.
Just so maybe that can be part of the report, just in the asked specifically for that, just reading the findings. That there would be reported along the invoice, correct, Justin Mena?
Yes, sir. That was good. Yeah, he was gonna work on that.
Madam Chair, can I just say, Francina still helps me with student accounts, so it's just like if I need to call her, then she can bill us for whatever amount of time, but if I don't call her, she won't bill us.
So right now it's at 3,900 a week. So apparently they are using the full 10 hours, each one of them, or 12 hours or whatever it comes out to. They are using that. They are billing the college for that.
that is correct. And Dr. Montoya has other, I'll say assistance that she's provided for the college that's not exactly in with the finance, so it wouldn't be necessary, bills of that department.
Can't see how we're gonna continue to pay them to work on the audit and then having this.
There needs to be a transition period.
Understood, but that should be 30 days.
But that is the 30 days. They're not going to be working.
From December 1st until January 1st, you say?
And January 1st should be their cutoff time.
Okay, thank you.
That's their cutoff time. I put to the 15th because that is a holiday period of time. And it's also during registration for the spring semester.
Yeah.
But after that, by that time, there shouldn't be any type of, say, whatever you consider full time for their 10 hours or 12 hours a week.
Okay, any other questions from the Board of Trustees?
Well,
Were you done?
well, no, I wasn't done because
Okay.
I didn't go through my
Sorry.
whole packet.
Did you have a question?
I can wait.
No, sir, please. I work at your pleasure. Go ahead.
My question to you is, how does our, based on the numbers that have been submitted, the 358,000. So how does it, affect our budget, the Luna budget? We can say that it was gonna come out of the general fund, but, and I know it's not a, it was, I don't know if it's the right term, unexpected, but how does it, affect our budget in general,
I would say 2/3 of these funds would be coming out of my budget. That I have available in my budget line, that I was thinking of some other things that I might wanted to do, but this is a lot more important. Again, I want to emphasize looking at the high ground on this whole thing, that we're not going to be utilizing 358,000 nor the 2,040 hours as needed. As anything else, and as I stated previously, I want to make sure that when I come forward with you, I provide you with the results and the accountability of what it's going to take to get this job done. It has been going on for years, and then we can go back 5 or 6 years. We're not just talking about the most recent, going back several years. And it's becoming what I consider a sore for the institution, with the state of New Mexico as well as the federal government, with us always being behind in our audits. And so this is an investment, and I know it's a tough one, but we have tried other mechanisms and we haven't been successful. So I'm asking, because of my experience and experience with this particular company, and I want to say this too, to make sure it is fully clear. I have no investment into this company other than I know that they have been able to do the job that has been requested when it comes to audit and accounting support services. But we need to put this behind us, our audits, and get caught up. Because I think Luna has a bright future if we can get this one hurdle behind us.
Trustee Vice Chair Portillo. Madam Chair, I have reservations about the $315,000. And since Dr. Shields didn't shop around, he just went with this one. I just think this is extremely high, and I probably myself would recommend maybe starting off with 200,000, and then, and then you can come back to the board later on and request more money as needed. Especially this coming out of general fund, I just don't feel comfortable. 8,000, I'm sorry. 200,000, I'm okay.
Thank you. Do we have a motion? I wanna make a comment, please.
Okay.
First of all, I don't want to hold the truth. Everybody that we've hired has been with the intent of these audits that have become a nightmare. Who do we hold accountable? Do we not have proper staffing? We've not put out the funding for it? And it's just become something that's rolling. It comes up every other meeting, the audit, the audit, the audit. And the state's holding us accountable. Supposedly they're gonna let us pass, but we should not be in that position. And I feel like we've done everything in the board's power to pay whoever to do the audit. Now, we're bringing somebody on that is gonna overlook what the staff is doing. They're not actually gonna do it. They're just going to be a support team. Why? Why do we need support when we've hired people to do this job? Now, who are we gonna hold accountable after this money goes in another month or March, whenever? What happens then?
Trustee Ortega, very much noted your concern. First of all, they will be doing reconciliations that is so sorely needed. That is one of the primary things they will be responsible for, that I drive. Now, second, we have not had the staffing. We have been short-staffed ever since I've been here, and probably prior to that. And receiving the staffing that is capable of doing the work that is needed. And that can be possibly questionable as also. When I got here, we were short-staffed, about 4 people. And until recently, that just changed down to 2. So we may have hired, and we've hired some consultants primarily because we haven't had staff. And if I had the staffing and had them where they were capable of doing the work, I wouldn't be up in front of you right now. But that was not the case. And I'm sorry, this is not a pretty picture, but it's one that I think is the only way for us to get this behind us. And that's the only thing that I'm trying to emphasize here.
Trustee Madonna?
Madam Chairman and, Shields. My position as a trustee and also a representative of my constituents is when I first came on board is to bring up the school up to date, you know, in other words, up to par. And one of the issues that I've heard throughout the community and the community is that is the audits. So my position is that we need those audits, we need to bring them up. It's been lingering for the last 4, 5, 6 years. I realize and I agree with you, we have the staff, and I'm not sure we have the staff yet to bring us up to par. I'm not sure what I like about the budget that you're submitting on the number is that it's not in concrete, meaning it's not it might not be expended all, you know, throughout the 90 days that you brought up. Second, I think there's also a motion, or not a motion, but board has discussed some numbers that they brought up. My position or my question to you is how bringing that up, the numbers that they brought up, how would that impact or affect this agency?
Well, it's gonna have to start with me and my team of restructuring how we're going to approach this. Again, I approach it I guess the best way to say, I approach it at the Cadillac, but I'm willing to settle for, you know, a Ford. And, I
Pinto, I need this.
More than that.
we're not.
Well, be put forth.
I'm confident we can do it cheaper. I'm really confident of that. But as I've shared with you before, I'm not a person that likes to come back and try to explain why I wasn't able to get something done when even the 200,000 is not something that you take very, very lightly. So, you know, I wanted to go for the larger amount that I can guarantee any issues that might come up from what I consider the first 6 months in that Genzibar system, which we've had some challenges with. The reason why we went to the workday and being with the chest and making sure that everything there flows, because there's a reconciliation process with that. And I can attest, I wasn't here during fiscal year 24. I can only go with what I anticipate. And my anticipation, I always like to leave myself a little wiggle room. So I'll work with 200,000. But I know one thing, I have to get the audit done. And if that's the wishes of this board, then that's what I'll do.
Trustee Madonna?
You forgot what I'm gonna say, but having said that, the 200,000 that you're willing to work with the agency, have any issues with that?
Well, without question, because now I'm going back on what their recommendation, and again, their recommendation is based on the unknown factor. the reason why it's so high.
Or 2,000 hours. that you make.
Yes, the 2,000 hours, you know, maybe we get around 1,300 hours instead of, you know, the 2,000 hours. And of course, drops the price considerably in that $200,000 range. But if it's the wish of the board to do 200,000 and for me to come back as needed with that explanation, the reason why, I'm more than willing to do that as well.
Just as a point of reference. The 2,045, whatever it is,
2040.
255 days. Is what it comes out to at 8 hours a day, because they're charging $175 an hour.
50 cents.
So that would be 3 people for 90 days, 8 hours a day. That to me is unfair, I think it's a lot. I think it's. Trustee Melina?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I mean, you know, this is getting old already and
Yes.
we need to put our confidence in Dr. Shields and get these audits done because it's stopping the funding from Luna. You know, he's worked with our company and I'm giving him my confidence that he'll get things done. We need to move on with this.
Then at this point, could I entertain a motion?
I'd like to make a motion.
Okay,
I'd like to make a motion, or a third party contractual agreement for fiscal year 24 audit with Protivity Counseling Services at $200,000. I feel that if, Dr. Shields needs to come back and request more money, later on, I'm confident the board will do it, but at this time, I'd like to start off with 200,000.
thank you.
My motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that, Madam Chair.
And roll call, Leslie.
Madam Chair, Dr. Phyllis Martinez.
Yes.
Madam Vice Chair, Luis Portillo.
Yes.
Secretary Mark Dominguez.
Yes.
Trustee Kenneth Medina.
Yes, ma'am.
Trustee Dr. Gilbert Sena.
Yes.
Trustee Rolando Medrano.
Yes.
Trustee Rosalie Ortega.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dr. Shields, great presentation.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your confidence in allowing this now.
Gonna look for these plans and, this timeline so that we can hold the company accountable.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Next item will be announcement on date time of next board meeting Tuesday, December the 9th, 10 a.m. Now, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll just try to make a motion that we adjourn.
Okay,
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
trustee Medrano,
To adjourn.
One second.
and second, Secretary Dominguez.
Madam Chair, Dr. Phyllis Martinez.
Yes.
Madam Vice Chair, Luis Portillo.
Yes.
Secretary Mark Dominguez.
Yes.
Trustee Kenneth Medina.
Yes, ma'am.
Trustee Dr. Gilbert Sena.
Yes.
Trustee Rolando Medrano.
Yes.
Trustee Rosalie Ortega.
You need to put more truth rather than that, yes. And also, don't forget, members of the board, that we have Thanksgiving meal at cafeteria.
Thank you for the invite.
A little dry there. Like, yes, now.
RV. Vice Chair.
She wants all the covers. No, Dr. Sena.
You okay?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm getting some money.
Hey, just what you're leaving.
Yeah.